Oh, you're muted, right, Miller? I assume you stepped away.
Oh,
Hello, Jonas. And hello,
I'm
everybody in chat.
unmuted. This is the quiet show where we're going to be quiet while Miller makes a snack for himself.
what
Yeah.
you are you making a snack?
I'm making macaroni and cheese!
You need complete silence for this.
I don't need you to hear me opening and closing my fridge in the background.
Oh, okay. You meant silence on your end. I thought you meant
Yeah.
like I need silence while I do this delicate
Jonas,
culinary operation.
I gonna need you to be quiet. I have to focus all of my willpower on this mac and cheese. It's the only way I can psionically control it to become creamy and smoothie.
Are you
Creamy and smoothie.
creamy and smoothie, moist and supple? Do you control cheese with your mind?
Yes, I am a queso kinetic.
Oh my god. Go to the boxer.
I'm like the antithesis to somebody with lactose intolerance.
And there he is. We flew him in straight from Hyrule. It's Zone I West.
Yay.
Boop the snoop.
Funny, I kept calling him Zone I Link. Okay. Something told me this was Link. Just the braids on his cheek.
Pull leather pants.
But then again, I keep forgetting Yoshi is West, right? It's not literally Yoshi. It's Yoshi West. Yeah.
Didn't you know, GC? West and Yoshi are one and the same. They always have been.
Oh my god. And as you can see, Rick is stamping all the place he's going, which is... Man, I'm pretty sure I did this in the original too, but I've got... Honestly, I have a bad habit of memorizing maps rather than stamping them, but I have done it in Elden Ring recently, though. Now that I think about it.
How big is Elden Ring? Like, is it a bigger world than this? Or?
You know what? I don't know. But Elden Ring was the biggest map I ever played so far, so...
Elden Ring is 79 square kilometers.
I'm gonna check it out right now, actually.
That's crazy.
I think by square footage, Elden Ring was definitely bigger. But that game also gave you a horse, like, instantly.
Witcher 3 is 84 square miles. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is 90 square miles. Xenoblade X is 154 square miles.
Huh.
Elder Scrolls 2 is allegedly 80,000 square miles.
Which
And
one's that
Minecraft-
again?
What? Elder Scrolls 2? That doesn't count.
Okay.
It's a lot of that is procedurally generated.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
that's like saying Minecraft
procedurally
is a
generated by
billion square
90
miles.
standards, so there's not really anything to do out there.
All right. Well, if we're not counting procedurally generated, I guess. Let's see here.
It's just, how big is Just Cause 2? That might be the biggest one I've played.
They don't list Just Cause 2 on this one, but Just Cause 3 is listed at 386 square miles.
Ah, Just Cause 2 is bigger, 400.
Here, I'll just link this directly. Hang on. Let everybody see it. There we go.
Drifting flame.
Yeah.
Mr. Le Llama says, "Ooh, amazing PNG tuber." Did you know?
I can't open that website. It won't let me scroll down unless I disable my ad blocker, which I will never, ever, ever, ever
Oh, they
do.
just want me to... That's just a torch that's hanging upside down. Okay.
Did you all know that you can polymorph west? Oh, it's already on cooldown because they just did it. But yeah, these are all forms available, including a few secret ones.
Okay, yeah. I mean, there's a couple of them that are very big because they're scaled down versions of real things. Like,
Okay. This
the Croo is like a, 6-to-1 scale model of the US. Fuel is 55,000 square miles. Microsoft Flight Simulator it's a 1-to-1 recreation of the entire world, so yeah. Minecraft.
I don't know if this actually does anything. I didn't notice anything.
Elite Dangerous and No Man's Sky. That's just the
I guess I could
universe.
put a little candle right there, but still don't see what it wants me to do. That's not even heavy enough to press the button.
The pressure plates really feel like Portal.
Also, that looks like a birthday candle when you look at it from another perspective. Happy birthday, Link.
Da 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 da.
No, you can't do that. You're gonna get DMCA'd.
Words ruled in public domain. Nobody treats it like that, but it is.
Nintendo never ages its characters. Link.
Miller, there's an easy solution. Just every fifth note, make it off like "Happy birthday to you."
I see something.
Happy
down there.
birthday to you. Or just have me do it. I'm never on key anyway.
Happy birthday, dear Jonas.
Well, no, my voice is
Happy birthday to you.
No, I'm not okay. I'm not tone deaf. Like I can distinguish tones. It's very difficult for me to like stay on key myself. You know. Like
And many more.
thank you. There's these websites where if you try and sing a note, it'll show you whether or not like how close you're keeping onto it. And I'm just really bad apparently. Not one of my superpowers.
Try. Is there anything up there? Needs some light. Doesn't seem like it did anything.
Anybody up there have a birthday?
Is there any birthdays in the audience?
Oh dear.
Part of me kind of misses being the age where having your birthday at a public venue, you know, like David Buster's or something, still has a degree of like novelty and amusement factor. Like now, I would never want to do that just because, my God. But one of my
Fuck that mentality. I don't want birthday parties. I don't care if I'm 36 years old. I want a birthday party.
one of my favorite ones was when I got all of my elementary school friends and we went to the hockey rink. We didn't play hockey. I mean, well, we need the ice rink, I should say. You know, this was California, so so that it was all nice and air conditioned, and that felt great. Or not air conditioned. It was the ice rink. It was just cold because there was ice in there. Not air conditioned. Why am I saying air conditioned? But anyway, yeah, I used to love having like restaurant-y birthday parties.
All right, Rick. Press the button and steer straight across.
Okay.
What about
then
you,
it
Chet?
lowers it.
Hmm.
There's a delay, so you can't do shenanigans. I guess.
They allow
about-
shenanigans in so many of these, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I don't know if you could properly call these shenanigans. I think these are just hijinks.
So now if you try to put the torch on the button, will it hold it down?
No. It's
That's
not
weird.
heavy enough to do that.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's see what I can do. You
Maybe
step
you
off,
might-
it immediately goes away.
Hmm.
Oh, I have an idea.
Can't just, like, shoot it anyway. This is, like, solid, even though you can see through it. I mean, I guess I could use, time rewind. See if this even works. I don't think it does.
Hmm.
I don't think so. I think you got the right idea with the wrong execution. Oh.
Wait. That work? Does it stay lit? Yes, it does.
Okay.
Pretty sure I didn't take that long to do that. I might have been able to use the chest to hold down the switch, but they put that in a very awkward position for that reason, I think.
I think I did something similar where I just took out a bunch of like heavy two-handed weapons and threw them all on the button to hold it down.
Nice. Is it possible to build a balance scale in this game?
Can't see
It
why
is.
not.
It would be, wouldn't it? I mean, with the right stuff.
Cheat and cheetah? Absolutely not. I found a solution to the problem, and that's all that counts. The other one I was thinking is
It's
you
so
take the
far
torch and you stand on the button and hold the torch with you
away.
at
Oh,
the
there's
bottom
just
of the
one
button,
over there.
and you wait a couple seconds. Then you step off the button, and then you rewind the torch. Since the torch was on the button when it was depressed, the torch, as it's getting rewound, should hold down the button,
Oh,
and then you can just fire off 3 fire arrows quickly to light the torches.
Hmm.
I want to get those sand boots.
How much money you got? 74? That ain't gonna cover it.
I can always sell stuff.
Oh. Huh? Oh.
Look at all that mucho. Ooh.
Oh. Oh.
No boots, sand boots.
Ah. Oh. Oh.
Click, 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 click.
My keyboard isn't audible, is it? Is it picking up?
It's picked up.
I haven't heard your keyboard.
Okay, all right. I wasn't sure. I got a new one, and it's a little more clicky.
I can actually run on sand.
Miracles of science and boots.
Ah.
But you can get one with the sleigh attached already. But you can just use your shield.
The sleigh is there like the towing harnesses for horses. It's there to carry other things than yourself.
Okay.
Doodle says sell your excess bright bloom seeds. Yeah, you have, I think, the maximum number. I think you have 999 of them.
You said I needed a lot.
Not the regular ones, really. You can really get by just using the big ones. You'll need... I mean, if you want to be like me and upgrade everything, yes, you'll need some for, like, the glow armor. But, like, maybe 150 at most.
Hey.
Yep, serious deja vu vibes here.
Hey. Hey.
Arbiter's Grounds.
Look at all them boards. The Arasak Shrine.
Feels a little arbitrary whenever they put in these blessing shrines. I know there was like quicksand all around this place, but still, just took a sand seal.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather that they put in more blessings if it means they had to cut shrines that they felt weren't living up to the quality they wanted.
And I do not get sand seal back.
No, unfortunately not.
Sad. That is sad.
Oh no! Don't go in there. Need to climb this so I can fly out.
Another thing you couldn't do with the shrines in Breath of the Wild. They were perfectly smooth.
Ow.
You're almost there, Link.
I might be able
You're
to-
fine.
Okay,
It's not actually quicksand. You don't die if you run out of stamina.
that's right. Moving sand.
Yeah. Kind of wish you did though. Kind of would like that a little extra challenge, but meh.
See ya, suckers. I have sand boots.
Our sand boots compels you.
I need those for like every Los Angeles beach. Ever.
I mean, isn't that what flip flops do?
No.
Not really. I
Oh.
wish.
You still get sand in your toes.
Oh yeah.
Actual sand boots would probably just have like a really wide sole to them. You know, like snowshoes.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
never walk on this on the beach barefoot because of the shells. I was the lucky one.
So many dudes out tonight.
Yeah, I know.
Must be dude night.
Dude, delicious.
Oh. Speaking of dude night, who here is subscribed to Rick's Patreon already and saw what the request theme for this month was?
I don't know. I got what I wanted, so I'm good.
I had
I
one
guess.
idea. So the theme is make it gayer. And I had one idea that crossed through my head, and I'm like, ah, wait, but no humans. Because I was gonna say, basically making a peace with Sidon and Link being just like, fuck you, Yuta. You're just the wife he has to have. You're not his true love. So I was like, no, that doesn't really work.
Can't go any farther. I overshot it.
Don't bop me, boxer.
There it is. More
Well, since you both of them,
hydromelons.
Miller.
Delicious.
My god, you're a genius, Flo.
Another Giga.
I think they just start like showing up now after you've defeated Koga. They just start desperately trying to ambush you.
Hey, free bananas.
What's that fire doing over there?
Being a long distance indicator of some point of interest.
Ah, it's another sea of sand.
The Sea of Sand. It is a place most
I'm
inhospitable.
seeing Molduga.
Uh-oh. Someone's in trouble in Goron City! Hey! Build the Molduga fighting vehicle and rescue the Goron! The Gerudo!
I remember this sucker.
Yeah. Trying to figure out how to fight him without bombs. I guess I could pull out a bomb. Ow.
I saw an electric chew back there. It might be a hint.
I don't think that would really help. I think you just need to kind of wait for them to launch and then bomb them out of the sky when they're doing their shark launch.
Good hunting.
Switch.
The musical change. Honestly, one of the things that made me really like fighting Moldugas is the fact that after you stun them, the strings come in. And it's just like, you got it! Go for it! Which I think is the same as in Breath of the Wild, but it's still good.
Mold done. I don't know. Molduga, more like Moldonka.
Frederick says, do you have any Zonai bombs? I don't think I've ever used a single one in my game. They are extremely useful. You place 21 of them down, you set one off, and then you cause a blood moon to happen from lighting the game out.
Nice.
Ah.
It's like you can use the time bombs or you can use splash fruits. They make too many particles, and if you throw like 10 of them down, they just lag the game out and cause an instant blood moon. Get your loot!
Oh, that's
Get your
right.
Molduga loot.
How could you forget to lose?
They're lit!
Molduga.
Yeah,
Mama Luchka.
that's right.
And now, Uncle Fester, this Mama Luchka is for you.
All these weak Lionel bows. Do I even need a duplex bow when I have all those? Oh.
I'll be right back. Hang on.
Better heal. Ow.
How will the Link penetrate this fortress? Oh, here we go. We're not going to Skywalker on these guys. Oh,
Ow. You're gonna smack him. Flo, it does need to be broken.
Yeah, it doesn't just passively start getting health back as you don't use it. You have to get it to 0, and then it starts building back up to full.
Yeah, so when you pull it out, you might as well use it all the way.
Mm-hmm.
What do they call this one? Lure?
Oh, hey, it's a bat.
Bat?
Is a
impossible. I have a bat right here.
that is me. So, how's everyone doing tonight?
Your microphone's a little. I'm not sure how cutting out.
It is.
At least for me, it was. How about
Is
you
it
guys?
cutting out for everyone else?
No, there we go. Never mind. Cut. It's fine now.
Oh, okay. So, I reiterate, how's everyone doing tonight?
Okay.
Yeah.
I know them.
Pretty fast today, but I'm not. But it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I went and did a whole bunch of errands today.
Ow. That what that does. Okay.
Hey, suddenly coughing. Did you now, Miller?
Yes. I got
Do
my
you feel-
haircut. I got
I thought those were
went
just
to the
going to
grocery
turn
store.
on the alarm like on the other one.
No, I think that's like
Ow.
they've already done the like 2 shrines that have alarms to them. Ah, see, you didn't do the tricksy thing there. You didn't trip it to activate the flamethrower and have them follow you into it.
Ow.
Excuse me, Miller. There's something I don't completely understand that you just said.
Well, yeah?
You got your hair cut?
Yeah, I know that's wild for you and your George of the Jungle ass head, but you know.
Wow, that's a
No.
comparison I haven't gotten before.
But Miller, you have feathers.
They still need to be pruned and like cleaned up and trimmed to look nice.
Inconceivable.
George of the Jungle. I don't even have a comeback for that one. Bravo. Nah, I kid. I actually had mine trimmed not that long ago to get rid of some split ends.
Flo,
It's good.
I'd like to ask you, how does a bird use its beak to trim the feathers on the back of its own head? Explain to me that.
It's an exorcist situation.
So Miller, are you
Even
saying
if I
you're an
could
owl?
even if I was an owl, I could turn my head all the way around. I can't have my beak in the back of my head pointing in the same direction.
Look, you've heard of a spoonbill, right? What about those like scissor bills?
Yeah, Miller, you just got to scissor more.
Yeah, you got a Miller Scissorhands mark.
Yes, that's
Okay.
exactly what I meant. Hello, Jonas.
Hi.
How's it going, Jonas?
It's good. How are you?
I'm alright, Jonas. I'm
There was
still
a jet.
tired.
There was a gigantic fly in my apartment, and it was driving me crazy. I had to let it free.
Was it Jeff Goldblum?
Yeah, it was Jeff Goldblum.
Was it flying around your house?
I mean, yes, that's usually what they do. I mean, they don't call them crawls.
That's only if they don't have wings. It's like that old joke, what do you call a fly with no wings? A walk.
A walk.
God, that sounds like something out of a joke book from like the 30s.
Oh, God. We were watching Svengoolie the other night, as we do, my father and I. It was actually one that was taped last week that we didn't get to watch. It's a classic British horror movie, originally released in the UK as Night of the Demon, retitled Curse of the Demon for American audiences. It's largely thought, apparently, that since it was releasing so close to the movie Night of the Iguana, that people would get confused. To which I say, if you can't tell an iguana from a demon, I'm not sending you to the pet store. But there was an incredibly tortured pun and terrible joke at the very end of the movie. Or at the very end of the episode, I should say. Involving a man who went walking on the Isthmus of Panama. Because that's a frequent setting for jokes. And being warned to be cautious around the widest part, because there was an evil spirit said to live there. But of course he scoffed at this. Scoffed, I say. But sure enough, once he reached that point, a demon appeared to him, and he was terrified, and asked it, "Who are you, O spirit?" And to his shock, it began to sing. And what it sang was, "I'm demon of a wide isthmus." I told you up front it was bad.
No.
I told you up front it was terrible. It's
No.
tortured.
Meow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like me. I'm feeling quite tortured right now.
Aw.
Yeah, it's way up there.
How do I yeet Stoker? Where is the redeem for that?
You can bop Stoker.
But you cannot yeet me.
No, I need to make a Discord bot that ties in and just forces you to stay muted for like 10 minutes.
How rude.
Yeah, how? Ruby Dooby Doo.
Looks like this is another cave somewhere.
I mean, it looks like it's pretty obvious where the entrance to the cave is, though.
Yeah.
So, what is the current Zelda situation?
Miller controls cheese with his mind.
Is that
Sure.
the current Zelda situation?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the current me situation. I've unlocked my powers of being a queso-kinetic.
I see.
That's
If you say so, Kinetic.
Miller's a cheesy Wonderbird.
I'm happy for you? Question mark.
Federic says, "Thought is Rauru a femboy?" No,
What are the qualifications?
it's a talent.
he's lithe, but I wouldn't call him a femboy.
You have to be certified by the Femboy Council.
You have to work at least one semester at Femboy Hooters.
You have to be from the Femboy region of France.
Yeah, I would say that's hips aren't wide enough. And femboy is more than just a body type. Femboy is a mindset. It is a grind.
No.
Yeah, I don't think you can be a king and a finboy.
Now, Queen, on the other hand,
Could you be a fem prince?
a Femprince.
Oh, there's definitely many princes that are femboys.
Yeah.
We found your Fember Prince.
In fact,
No,
I'd say
but,
that's probably their number one occupation.
No,
besides
what
IT specialist.
what Raru is an older concept, an older archetype. Raru is a Bishi.
Rare stone talus heart.
Raru is 100% Bishona.
Fine, let's put it on this thing.
Yeah. That checks out.
Yeah. So he's not eligible to be a server at Femboy Hooters, but he might be like upper management or owner. What is this conversation?
No. I'm not paying much attention. I'm over here playing Wormworld, selling cocaine to warrior tribes.
Miller, that's rude. That's wrong. That's against the law.
No, they love it. They love my stuff.
I mean, I'm sure they enjoy it. What was that voice I just did? I'm sure they enjoy it.
Yugi boy.
Yuki boy.
Every now and then I remember that Yugi is short for Yugi Moto. Or is it not short for that? Is Moto supposed to be his last name? I don't remember. All I know is that's Yugi Moto, and that makes me laugh. Much like this photograph.
This photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh.
You said
Every
it.
time I do it makes me laugh. Every time I do it makes me laugh.
Still says
Look
down
at this.
below.
Graph. It's my favorite
I
permutation
guess
of
that
it right
might
there.
be.
Polo
Freezing
says sometimes I'm
in the
concerned
water.
for Miller. Don't sometimes be concerned for me. Always be concerned for me, because I'm always concerned for me.
You don't say.
Well, that's concerning.
Seamus says, Jesus Christ, with the Technicolor Dreamcoat, you have a lot of hearts.
Excuse me, it was Joseph who had the Technicolor Dreamcoat? Someone.
So we have a
someone
cave here
needs
that
to
just
read
has
the memo.
lights around it. It looks like a Yiga.
Wow. It does.
Ah, okay.
Walk around the corner, put on the Yiga suit. I am totally different person.
Carrying a master sword.
There was some guy that walked past me who was not of Yiga.
I totally killed him while you weren't looking.
You
I
were.
love the only time I've seen. Was it Jonas? No. What was the Technicolor Dreamcoat? What was his name again?
Joseph?
Joseph.
Yeah, it wasn't Jonas either.
Yes.
The only time I've seen that was in a local community theater that I went to as part of like a school project or something. And this was in maybe a 15 foot by 15 foot room with an audience seating of about 10.
I just
Like
had it on
the
VHS.
most low budget thing you could think of.
Oh. Yeah, I just put it on my map here.
Oh, that was funny. I like that.
Offerings of mighty bananas to all the frogs.
I mean, that should be the obvious sign who this guy is in front of you, but nope, he kidnapped or he stole it from Link.
It happens.
Well, clearly. The alternative is that Link is part of the Yiga. That would be silly.
Yeah, that'd be like
So
making
that doesn't
Captain
count
America.
as a cave, does it?
Those
It'd be
guys
like-
out.
No, not unless it has a cave icon on the map.
So all Link's pals
That
stand
is a
outside the
cave
door.
icon.
Then it counts. You'll probably have to do the quest first, though, before you can find
Yeah,
before you can find the frog.
The frog.
The
Awesome.
frog.
Make sure those are marked.
Also, all Link's pals are standing outside the door. Nothing suspicious at all.
Yeah, because they're standing outside the door.
But they can tell when a stranger walks by.
They just got senses. Senses.
That's
Senses.
gravy.
Gravy.
No, don't start this.
Ukulele.
Oh,
That is a new one.
ukulele.
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 Oh my God! Let's just not.
What have I done?
And an OGC.
What have you done? One down, 4 to go.
Is there anything behind this waterfall? No.
What? It's a video game and a waterfall.
I mean, technically the Yiga clan thing was behind the waterfall already, so...
Oh, okay.
Well, that's why you shouldn't go chasing waterfalls.
I will go chasing waterfalls if I damn well please.
Wow.
Yeah, you tell him, Rick.
Wowzers.
Rick ain't gonna let no bat tell no Roo how to live.
I am shocked.
I am shocked and appealed.
In direct contradiction of the guidance of the band TLC. I am going to go chasing waterfalls.
Nice.
Speaking of musical artists, who here watched the Hell of a Boss episode that dropped yesterday?
I
did.
did
I
not.
tried to bring it up and nobody else saw it.
I finally passed.
Yeah, I'll just say this: we have a real full circle moment on Vivzi's YouTube channel because of the guest star in that episode.
Yeah. Jonas, when are you going to introduce us to Kesha?
Yeah, you're like
the-
2 degrees
You're
of
like- you're
separation.
one
You're degree
degree
of
of-
separation closer now.
Yeah.
You're
I
2
want to
degrees of
know. I want to
separation
ask
from
her if she ever misses spelling it with the dollar sign, because I used to enjoy referring to her as $dollar sign ha.
Nice.
Wait, does she not do that anymore?
No, she doesn't do that anymore.
Oh.
Unacceptable.
But yeah, this is far and away, like, for those who don't know and for those who haven't seen it, this was originally supposed to be the last episode of the previous season, and it's still numbered that way, like season 1, episode 8, because the season finale was supposed to be part of sort of like a two-parter, and this was supposed to bookend the episode with Ozzy's Club and all that other stuff. By, I guess, contrasting it with another major demon's club. In this case, it's Queen Bee's club.
Queen Beelzebub.
Yes. Very different take on this concept Vivzi has gone with. But yeah, the reason why I mention it for y'all is that this is far and away the furriest episode of the entire series. So... like,
This show, when I first watched, I thought it was going to be all about killing, and now it's all about fan service, I find.
yeah, well, I mean, sometimes killing can be fan service. Depends on what you're a fan of. Think about that.
I
But
do
yeah.
think about that.
It's always the quiet ones. But yeah, this is if this is the episode that has the most hellhound per minute, I think, of any episode of the entire series. So
Well, see, only like when we saw
HPM.
Vortex the first time, it was like, there's another Hellhound. And then now we just get an entire party of Hellhounds.
yeah, basically, yeah. It's the Hellhounds party. Who could ask for more?
I had a feeling they were going to go that direction, though. Like, the Hellhounds are literally Hell's puppies. Or doggies. And they'll
Oh,
party.
they're heckin' doggos.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think the idea is there are a lot more of them. They're just not in whatever circle IMP is in, which is Wrath, right?
I think they're
Greed?
supposed to be located. No, they're not in Greed, because they visited Greed in a previous episode, and
Yeah.
Yeah, Greed is where Moxie's
Moxie.
from.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure where they live. Like, what ring.
I think it's supposed to be Wrath. I don't know. Vivzi's take on this particular setup. Vivzi's take on everything is a bit of, shall we say, a bit of a departure from tradition.
Yeah,
No.
which is like whatever. I don't think anybody nowadays that's going to care about the kind of visual design and content of Hell of a Boss is going to give a shit about like adhering to 1,000+ year old codices of demons.
It's Hellatopia. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Hellatopia. Oh, it's Hellatopia, dude. That
I'm
Topia.
gonna say it's
Hella.
Helapets.
Mm.
Oh god, that's what Vivzi needs to do. They need to make like the web app version where you can make your own demon character and play games with other people.
Well, that's just DeviantArt.
No, I'm saying Neopets, but make it in hell.
Neopets is already hell.
Yeah.
I found out some
No,
of the
sorry, that's
art-
Club Penguin. Club Penguin is hell.
I found out recently while I was reading out the FW comics of Turtles. I found that actually some of the people that are drawing the comics are actually Divine Art people as well. I said, wow, that's surprising.
Nice.
They're what now?
They're Deviant Arts, Divine
yeah.
Art, right? People.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
a-
it's not that super uncommon these days for stuff. I kind of lost my train of thought.
There's a
I figured
Alright,
IDW.
there's Jonas.
Lone Star over there.
Wait,
I
what did
kept
you say?
thinking. Sorry,
I said, you all right there, Jonas?
I'm good.
think about like how long the Turtles are around. You figured IDW Comics would be like some sort of fancy, like, well, not
Nope.
Marvel kind of company, but something bigger. But this is pretty cool.
Anyway, chat's talking about people who aren't really big fans of Queen Bee's design. It's just like, okay.
I mean,
who the
yeah,
hell cares?
again, it's a who the hell cares? I mean, yeah, like I said, it's a huge.
Rick, you're diving straight at the star, and you missed the one that just fell next to you.
There was one that fell next to me.
Yes. Because when you go diving in like early morning hours, like 1, 2 a.m., it's almost a guaranteed spawn that a star will start falling alongside you. Like, it's actually a way that you can force fallen stars to spawn if you want to grind them. You just keep teleporting back, launching, diving, and then another one will spawn, another one will spawn.
Another one
Sometimes.
spawns. And another one spawns, another one spawns, another one spawns.
How did she become a bee? She's always
Okay.
been a bee. You know,
Okay,
I'm a bee,
so-
I'm a bee, I'm a bee.
Thank you. Okay, so everybody knows Beelzebub is the Lord of the Flies, right?
Yes.
Does anybody but how many people are familiar with the etymology of that? Like where that actually came from?
Well, I am, but please go ahead.
So originally this comes from the Hebrew Bible / Old Testament, where basically there are a lot of Canaanite gods who were referred to as Baal or Baal, because Baal is just kind of like Canaanite for Lord.
Yeah, it means like Prince.
Yeah, Lord, Prince, whatever.
So
There's
Oh, is that why it was
Yeah.
translated as the Princes of Hell?
Yeah, well, it's the reason why Beelzebub was a pejorative that the Hebrews used against their gods. When they referred to your god as the Lord of the Flies, they were saying that he's the god of shit.
Yeah, allegedly, the Canaanites worshipped that deity had like a furnace that they toss sacrifices in, and by sacrifices, I mean,
Allegedly,
yeah.
Allegedly. There's
I mean,
really
it's
a
not
lot
hard to
we
believe.
don't know about. Well, I mean, yeah, but there's a lot we don't know about in terms of concrete facts, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, sure.
Because it was a couple of weeks ago, and
Let's go. Let's go.
History is
memories
always
do
written by
get
the
fuzzy.
victors. Yada yada.
Yeah, history is written by frickin' the history people, and you can't trust them.
History is written by the History Channel.
History is written, so history is all aliens. But yeah, it's
History is written by history nerds.
Do you remember that story of the I think it was a Chinese emperor who fell off his horse, and he was being helped back onto his horse. He told his assistant, he's like, "Don't let the historian find out about this." And spoiler, the historian found out about it. Like we have the precise date and everything.
Goddamn Discord.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, I think it
crap
was-
about me?
Because the Korean historians were basically honor bound to record absolutely everything, and nobody was allowed to touch touch whatever they wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Even the king. The king was not allowed to change the history.
trying to react to something with a horny sticker, and then Discord crashed on me. Discord said, no horny.
Discord
Discord
bonked
hit you with a horny bat.
Alright, Link. Whose lives are we gonna ruin today at this camp? No.
So circling back to the hell of a talk, I guess the idea now is they kind of want to touch on each of the princes, sort of give their own sort of thing of them, because they've done Asmodeus, they've done Beelzebub. What else is there? I don't know.
Well,
Is
again, it
Stolas at the same
depends.
level as that?
It really, really, really depends on which demonology hierarchy you're going with. There are a few of them. It seems to me that this one is deriving from which was the one that had the seven rulers. Hang on. Yes, okay, this is definitely what they're getting for.
This is stuff from the Arch Goetia, right?
Well,
Solemnity?
Stolas is, yes, and a few other grimoires, but like, there's grimoires and there's demonologies and infernal hierarchies, and there's overlap between them and there's disagreement between them, but at a quick glance, this one appears to be from a fellow called Binsfield.
Yeah, I'm
which
looking at this
has-
Peter Binsfield.
Yeah, in 1589. So the 7 rulers would be Lucifer, ruler of pride, obviously, Mammon, greed, Asmodeus or Asmodeus, lust, Leviathan, envy, Beelzebub, gluttony, Satan, wrath, and Belphegor, sloth. And yes, Satan and Lucifer are listed as separate entities. But Stolas is not the ruler in this hierarchy. In no hierarchy of demons do you find Stolas listed that high. Not to say that he's unimportant, but he's not.
I get
he's
the
not at
impression that he's
top
not.
of the pole.
Yeah. And they're not trying to make him that in this thing either. Like, he's high ranking among the Goetia, but outside of that, meh.
Well, I mean, okay. Also, there's the question of what Goetia means. Like, the Vivzi uses some of these terms a little bit like Mad Libs. Again, because she's just having fun with a fictional series. But these do mean things.
Isn't Goetia Greek?
Yes, it has to do with essentially calling to spirits in 2 different ways. There were funeral like professional mourners who would do like these mournful cries, mourners/singers. It was a whole cultural thing. But it also shares a root word with the term for sorcerer in Greek, which was goes, and not to be confused with Gomez. And they were not particularly looked upon kindly because it was they were seen as trying to basically force the spirits, the gods, and everything to do what they wanted rather than, accepting their lot in life like a good boy. Not that I have opinions on that. But, because I mean, also you have to remember that demon is also a Greek word.
Yeah, I think it's
originally.
like spirit originally, right?
Yeah, a daemon,
Daemon.
D-A-I-M-O-N or D-A-E-M-O-N, was initially any kind of spirit that was bigger and more powerful than a human, but not as big and powerful as a god. So
Middle
anything between us and like Olympus was the concept. Jewish and Christian writers were the first to identify all of them as explicitly always evil. But in ancient Greek, they were, you know, some would be evil, some would be good. Most probably wouldn't give two shits about you either way. And there are many modern day neo-pagans and sorcerers who are trying to return to that root. Witches and Wiccans and vegans.
Vegans.
Yeah, like the ones you have to get a Weggy board for.
No vegan diet. No vegan powers.
A Luigi board? Luigi board? Luigi board? Luigi board? Seamus says, I'm a professional mourner. Stoker tells a joke. First of all, how dare you? Second of all, that was masterful. So anyway, yeah, that the term Goetia is essentially a term for calling on spirits for sorcerous purposes. And this is a generic term. It is not limited to... Vivzi is very obviously pulling specifically from the most well-known catalog of spirits from a grimoire, those from the Lesser Key of Solomon. The 72 spirits, they're the most famous of all of them. But there are many grimoires with many different spirit lists, and all of these would fall under the umbrella of the Goetic arts, even if they're not in that particular catalog of 72 that includes Stolas and, I don't know, Sea-Tree, Amdusius,
You know, probably at least some of those grimoires are just basically like fan fiction, right? You know that, right?
No, Jonas, they're all completely accurate. No, listen.
Accuracy.
There's...
Like, I mean, you don't know if some of these dudes are like, oh, I'll come up with my own Demon OC and... Oh, there's another fly in here. Hang on.
Oh, so you're saying it's like ancient DeviantArt.
Where are these flies coming from? It's Beelzebub. Okay.
Can you burn a Luigi board? Yeah. It's no man. It's this is a very, very deep rabbit hole, is what I'm saying. And obviously I have gone at least a little ways down it. In terms of
So
my
deep, it holds
research.
at least 72 demons in it.
Gotta catch them all.
They might be able to just...
But no, yeah, it's
there he is.
there's a lot. But yeah,
Never-
she's using the 7 rings and 7 tiers hierarchy here.
Have you ever seen like the 19th century illustrations of some of these Goetic demons?
Of course I have. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
forgot what I was talking to.
I mean, that's where her design starts. The reason why Stolas is an owl-looking dude is because she saw the illustration of Stolas as an owl-looking dude, and she just made that into her style.
Yeah.
Illustrated by Colin de Plancy in 1863.
I mean, like, even the Osmodius design is influenced by these, though she took it in a very abstract way. He still has 3 faces in her design, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one that I only noticed after I had gone and researched the actual stuff about Asmodeus. That I then went back and rewatched that music part, and I'm like, oh wait, he does have 3 faces. Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's this stuff gets pretty wild. She's using the this particular hierarchy. There's also one where there's 3 rulers, and what they rule over are the continents of the world. They're split up. So like Astaroth has the Americas, Beelzebub has Africa, and Lucifer has Europe and Asia. Which like it's gonna be interesting to see if she ever decides to touch on Astaroth. Astaroth's an interesting one. I mean, they're all interesting in their ways, especially when you start getting into the etymology and you start looking into like, okay, where did this name come from? Where did that name come from? What particular game of telephone led us to this?
Astaroth has the same root as Ishtar and Astarte, I think. I'm a big nerd.
Yes. That is the general consensus at the moment, is that Astaroth is essentially a demonized version of what started as Asherah or Ishtar or something like that.
Right, which is like Sumerian fertility.
Yeah,
deity.
which also means that Astaroth was, if these are all supposed to be like the same thread, like the same mytho-theological thread, Astaroth would have started as being understood as a female entity, then by the Middle Ages was being classified as a male one, and now has come full circle and people are largely classifying Astaroth as female again. So
it happens.
Yeah, well, you know. I have known people who transed in the circle, so it's a thing that can happen.
Hello, Lex Starkin. Welcome to the stream. Who says, I had no idea Rick streamed. Love your stuff. Can't stay much today, but hope to catch more streams the next time. Heck yeah.
And like
Visit us.
Starkin
We
boots you.
stream most nights, starting a little bit before 10 p.m. CST.
And you redeemed a boop.
Boop boop. I hope you're enjoying our
dissertation.
our demonology podcast.
So educational.
Oh, I could go on.
I don't know anything about this stuff, but I have been reading up about it just to see what references there are in Hello the Boss. So I appreciate it.
There are a few. There are a
Yeah,
few.
I
Like-
mean, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna. Oh yeah. Like I said, she takes a bit of a Mad Libs approach to it.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
she's definitely done a little research, but she's also kind of doing her own thing.
Yeah, like how I didn't even realize this at first when they did that flashback of Blitz and Stolas and company as kids. You know, when they were demon babies, like that.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that. When they showed us Stolas' father, his father is Paimon in her continuity, which
Voiced by Jafar, I might add. Wow.
really, that one
Yeah.
threw me for a loop in terms of like the mad libbing approach, because probably most people who know the name Paimon know it from the horror movie Hereditary. These days at least. But Paimon is, prior to being so prominently featured in Hereditary, is part of a quartet of demonic kings who each rule over one of the 4 primary compass directions. I think he's west. He's west. He's Uric.
I know.
No, yeah, he has to be, because the king of the east is literally called Oriens, so that's pretty easy to remember.
Also sounds Greek.
It could be. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm at 134
She mixes and
shrines.
matches things around however she feels like. And it's perfectly, you know. I'm not saying that as a criticism. She's within the rights to do so for her series. I'm just saying it's interesting to see. It's kind of like how, you know what makes me think of? It makes me think of how the God of War series treated Greek mythology. I'm not talking about the most recent ones. I'm talking about like the PS2 God of War games.
I figures.
Where in like the first game you have to kill Ares by stealing Pandora's box, which is locked in a temple on the back of Kronos the Titan. And I'm just kind of like, that is really just like you're drawing things from a bag here.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
fair.
you have
No,
to play a little.
the
Go ahead, sorry.
the new God of War games, especially the newest one, like they specifically want you to know the mythology so that they can fuck with you because of it.
I see.
Because that happens with some of the characters. Because it happens that spoilers for the 2018 one. Okay, everyone's immunity wants to play that game still. Cool. Kratos kills Modi, who's one of Thor's sons, and his other son is like, "What? How? Look, how? Odin told us that Modi would be at Ragnarok and would survive past it. Like, we know that's supposed to happen. How the fuck can you? How are you able to kill him? That's not part of the prophecy. That's not how it works." He doesn't explain that. He just like gets all flabbergasted. He's like, "What? How? What? Huh? And it's up to the player to know. Wait. That's Modi. He's supposed to have lived past Ragnarok, and now we've killed him.
Good job.
Oh, we're breaking all of the stories that we know."
We're breaking all the rules.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you keep your audience entertained.
And in the recent game, Ragnarok as well, there is more of that where it's like, no, you are supposed to know, or the game kind of expects you to know what the legends are, so that you can be surprised and interested when you see how Kratos F's with them and messes them up and changes them in ways that even the characters are like, but that's not how it's supposed to go.
You know, I'll always remember when I saw one reviewer Kratos as the world's most determined atheist. And that's not strictly on topic, but that does live in my my head rent free.
There will be no gods, boy. What, because you don't believe with them? No, I will make it be no gods left.
You have a little god as a treat.
Yes, his name is Ateris.
I was
Atreus.
thinking of myself. You know, because little gods, small gods. Yeah. Anyway. That was his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
what?
that was his name.
From
Discworld.
what pantheon?
Discworld.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the god's name was and I believe his followers were Amish.
Thank you, Terry Pratchett. Blah, blah, blah.
God, I miss him.
Yeah.
I just
Jonos, let's bring him back. Let's do some necromancy.
All right, cool.
You free next Friday?
Yeah, sure. I mean, always free for necromancy.
I'll bring the skeletons.
All right.
Cool.
It's a dead man's party.
Who could ask for more?
I'll draw the transmutation circle.
I'm Edward Elric, and I'm Alphonse Elric, and this is Jackass.
I see.
Man, I love that shit. I loved Brotherhood. That was excellent. I watched the original for a bit too, but Brotherhood was amazing.
I like Brotherhood better than the original. I don't know if that's controversial or not, but that's how I feel.
I think a lot of people agree with that, actually.
Yeah.
I'm
'Cause, I
sorry,
mean-
I don't speak in the language of this country. Okay, goodbye now.
Yeah. There's something about original FMA that I just could not get into.
Yeah, well, you know what? It couldn't get into you either.
Rude.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said it.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
What?
All right, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I have no,
No,
idea
not
what
you,
movie-
Rick. I'm umming Stoker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have to go AFK one more time. I'll be right back. Sorry.
How dare.
Brother would have Olivia Vera Armstrong, and she was a blast. I was waiting for her to say that iconic line so badly, and she said it.
She said it just for you, Juicy.
Yes. This sword was passed through the Armstrong line for generations.
Just for you, Juicy.
We're nerds.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We were nerds.
Syrian says original Full Metal Alchemist got weird because it outpaced the manga, and so they had to start making up stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does happen.
I
That does
always
happen.
feel odd when the anime does that because it's like, do you really know where they're going with this?
Man, I really hate when anime does that. You know, like Game of Thrones.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, well, I mean, Game of Thrones did that, and that didn't cause any problems whatsoever. It led to a conclusion that everyone was perfectly happy with.
Exactly,
You don't-
Stoker.
You don't usually see that in American media, no.
Yeah, it's pretty rare. It's pretty rare in American media.
I don't know why it was
They,
such a
they
Because
started the
American-
Harry Potter movies before the books are finished, but they did get finished by the time that last one rolled around.
Hmm.
I'm not sure why it was such a popular concept in Japan, though. I don't understand that.
Well, because I think just the Japanese media market is very much more short-term focused. Not. What am I trying to say here? They
There's
care-
a much faster turnaround in Japanese media than in American media.
Yeah, they care much more about like fad media and things that are popular this season. And so as soon as a manga gets popular, you need the anime for it out in like less than 12 months.
Yeah, because like I mean, it's just they don't want to waste any time. Essentially, they want to strike while
That's just Japanese media. They're always looking for the next thing, next thing, next thing.
Anime in particular is like a pulp medium. It's despite
But I
the
mean-
fact that, you know, a bunch of nerds over here think it's the most artistic thing ever. No, it's mainly
No.
medium effort for as fast as possible for as much money as possible.
But here's the thing, though. And this is what still gets me. It keeps wrapping around my mind here, though. It takes it's almost like over there, anime's faster to produce than manga. Even though I think manga should be a lot faster to produce than anime, but that's
I mean,
Because sometimes it's manga is produced by like one or two people, and then when the anime or when that manga gets popular, it gets picked up by an anime studio of like 100 people.
Well, also it's like it really is just like that. We really only know about the manga from the popular magazines over there. There's like a zillion more that are published.
that's true. That's true. There's a lot of things that are more obscure that we never hear about. Or like if we do, we'll hear about it like I don't know, decades later when someone decides to make a reboot of it or something.
All right, I can already see a couple in the sky that you're missing, Rick, especially along the left side.
This pin that I put up.
I don't know. Just like Doodle says, just like any medium, there's a few masterpieces and a bulk of mediocre series.
Yeah, pretty much. What is that, Sturgeon's Law?
Hmm.
Like a sturgeon. But yeah, no.
Okay, back.
Welcome back. We were talking about anime because we're nerds.
Yes, yes, you are.
All right, guys, I've done pulled up in the Wii bus. Get on and get right and
The Wii bus. The Wii.
Get in there, Inuyasha. Oops.
Inuyasha. There's one that I enjoyed for a while. Just got interminable.
oh,
Oh,
don't
that
talk
was
to me about Inuyasha.
okay.
It's just
Not because I enjoyed it, but because Inuyasha was the anime my dad watched in college.
oh my god, Miller.
My dad liked Inuyasha and the original Dragon Ball Z.
Oh well.
I just I don't know. It's funny to me because what's her Taka? That's the Inuyasha slash Ranma slash Lum slash lots of other stuff. That's her, right?
Yeah.
That's her
Correct,
name.
Griffin.
Okay.
Sirius says Miller Baby Bird. It's not even because I'm young. My dad right now really loves Demon Hunt or Demon Slayer. Like
Really?
I got him stuff. I got him merch for that for Christmas, and he loved it.
Miller's dad is a nerd.
Your dad's like my age, right?
My father is 56. Wait, no,
Oh, he's
I'm
older
20.
than Jonas.
Yeah, he's 10 years older than me. Okay.
But
No. No, he's older than that. He's 61.
Oh, okay.
62.
what if every guess you made he just got older and older and it was affecting him like Dorian Gray style?
Oh, yeah.
Dorian Grayscale.
I'm trying to do the math because literally the only way I can remember is because he said one time I had you when I was 35. And I'm like, okay, how old am I? I had it at 35. Carry
God.
one.
My dad was
Can I mark it in the sky? No.
my
No, it's on
dad
the
was
surface.
my dad was 41 when I was born.
So why don't I see it?
Somebody in chat said you might have marked a dragon at some point.
Oh, that might have been it.
So it might have been
Why is
that
it
might
still
be why
there,
it's like
then?
in midair. I don't know, because you never cleared it. You're the one who put these pins in. Don't get mad at
I
us.
pin a dragon. It shouldn't be there when the dragon's not there.
Don't get mad at us, Rick Daddy. What was that?
Okay.
Don't
let's see.
know. It came from somewhere deep within me.
It's an arena.
That's a boss fight arena. That's not a shrine.
Anyway, my point of bringing her up in the first place, the
Oh, there's
Inuyasha
definitely one there
Ranma-
above where it says East Gerudo. That like cross-shaped thing. Those always have a shrine on them.
My entire reason for bringing her up is because
Going
she's
back here
like
again for the 10th time this session.
the
Yeah.
master of coming up with a fun, interesting premise and then dragging it out for decades.
Yeah.
Like just going round and round and round, keeping characters from like developing so you can keep the dynamics perpetually frozen until you're finally ready to actually be done with it.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things where I know why she does it, but it also drives me completely insane. And that was my experience with Inuyasha. Like, it was very enjoyable until I realized that's
Yeah.
what she was doing. And the English translation was so dang redundant. Which, I don't know, maybe that's faithful to the Japanese. Maybe the dialogue in the Japanese version is also
Can I
super,
reach it?
super redundant.
No, I think so.
But there are certain phrases that are just repeated word for word over and over again in the.
Kagome, Inuyasha.
I'm not even talking
Oh,
about that, though. That's pretty infamous too. I'm
Yes.
talking about like. Let me get into a super specific phrase,
Oh,
which
no.
is repeated over and over and over again, unnecessarily. The
Wait for it.
Shikon Jewel Shard embedded in Kohaku's back!
Yeah. I thought we were going
Like,
to say Zip Boy.
no, not that. That's a running gag. That's different.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about like plot points that are belabored and belabored and belabored.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
There we go.
Here's the funny thing, though.
Oh.
The manga, actually, well, it was actually longer in the manga, it was long, but it wasn't that long. It was only like, last I checked, like, it was only like, took them, I'm trying to think now, shoot. But, oh, wait a minute, no, my bad, you're right, that was actually a lot longer than I, oh, jeez.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
well, never mind. But, yeah, I don't know. Again, fun premise, dragged out way too long.
But there were definitely some arcs that in the show that were definitely a lot shorter than manga, though. But that one you just mentioned right there with Kohaku is definitely the one I just realized that was the long one.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, it's one of those things where, they wanted to do stuff and then other stuff happened, so they had to do different stuff. I believe that's the technical term. I don't know, Jonas. Give us a nerd ass anime opinion.
Subs are better than dubs.
I don't even know what you said.
Did I cut out?
No. You just kind of like tallied your words together a little bit.
He said submissive is better than dubious.
Yes, submissive is better than dubmissive.
Kagura,
You
yeah, that was
kids
one.
today.
Kagura. in the
What I
animated.
said is that subtitled is better than dubbed.
Oh, you're one of those guys.
Yes.
I see how it is.
That's my opinion. I stand by it.
But yeah, one of the things I remember now, Kagura, she was not around definitely not as long as she was in the anime compared to the manga.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember her.
Yeah, she was cool though.
I mean, yeah, but also one of those things where it was drawn out too long.
Yeah,
Ah, well. You know what they say.
You died in the wind. Yeah,
Wait, what?
you died in the wind. Okay, there, I said it.
You certainly did.
Oh,
Could you say something so controversial? Oh, hang on a moment.
that's my bad. Think about it again, huh?
What we got here? A reflective device. Why are they putting the teaching station for this one up in the clouds?
Hello again.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
No.
You know, dubbing anime is such a difficult and thankless task, though.
Okay.
Like, seriously. It is,
Ah,
like... Have you ever tried it, Jonas? Have you ever done it the way they do it? In any of your voiceover, like, any voiceover stuff you've done? Like,
Well, okay.
I know you've taken like some classes and stuff. Have they ever shown you what it's like trying to dub anime?
No, I know what is involved. I also know what was involved once upon a time before they had that word fit thing. I should clarify my opinion. I do appreciate the craft that is involved in dubbing anime. Sean's a friend of all of us, you know. And what he does is a ton of fun. I'm not saying that I dislike dubs, just really bad dubs.
I don't know. Some
of
those can be really funny.
Yeah, I just happen to prefer subtitles myself. It's a personal preference, and that means
John, that's why you gotta be such a hater.
it's because I'm objectively right about everything. Always.
Why you gotta be sitting there drinking your haterade?
Because it's
sitting
good.
sitting on your hater throne,
Because it's comfy.
wearing your hater shades.
Because I'm cool. Anyway,
Being all like, everything you like sucks.
yeah, that's exactly what I sound like. How'd you know? You could be my dub voice.
Good, and then you would be like, the sub's better. And then I'd come out of the TV like freaking Sadako. This took some interesting turns.
It did.
Not get into an anime dog voice.
Well, that reminds me, they're releasing. You've seen Nendoroids before, right?
I've seen what now?
Nendoroids.
No, I don't think I have.
They're these expensive Japanese toys that are kind of like, I guess they're kind of like Funko Pop. Funko Pops didn't suck.
Oh, these
Wow.
things.
They're a long shot from Funko Pops.
I said if they didn't suck. This is what Funko Pops should be.
They are highly posable little chibi figures of licensed characters.
Yes, that's what Funko Pops should be. I stand by my statement.
I like the craft. I like the model.
Anyway, the reason why I bring it up is because they're releasing a Sadako this year, and I really want her.
Nice. Oh, they have a little fox one. That's adorable.
Yeah, they have like there's that one's an OC. But they also have like I had like a list of the ones I actually would want at one point. They did like
I think you can just bring it level, Rick, and then hold it at the right. Yeah.
They did Nick and Judy. They did Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton, Batman and Joker. They've done a whole bunch of these.
Nice. These are cute. I don't think I'd ever get one, but they're cute.
Oh, is that because you're a hater?
Yeah, it's because just because I'm on a budget.
Is that the figures with the like little football heads on them and the beady eyes?
No, that's
No, you think
Funko
it's Funko
Pops.
Pops.
Those
Yeah.
are the ones I said. This is what Funko Pop should have been.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't do that.
These ones are highly posable, and they also usually have like interchangeable hands and mouth plates.
Yeah,
To
you can
give them different
change their
expressions and stuff.
expressions. The main reason why I say they're what Funko Pop should be is not because I think Funko Pop should be like that superposable. But my main issue with Funko Pops is that every single one of them looks completely identical.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Like I've never willingly purchased a Funko Pop, and yet I have ended up with some.
It just happened.
It kind of did. Okay, so like, I think I have 2 regular-sized ones and 3 mini ones, and I can explain the origins for every single one of them. The regular-sized one is also a bobblehead. It was frickin' Professor Hulk from Avengers Endgame. Back when I worked at the movie theater, months after Avengers had left the theater, we were doing some rearranging of like concession stand and such.
Nice.
And when we moved them, we found a treasure trove of trash underneath them. Just absolutely disgusting stuff down there.
Wow.
and among them was this crunched up box with this Professor Hulk bobblehead Funko Pop in it. Like, soda stained and crunched up, but the figure inside was in perfect, pristine condition.
Nice.
And it was just like, this can't be sold in this condition. And I hate to just throw something like this out. And this job owes me things anyway. I'm just going to take this home and claim it as a trophy. And otherwise, the only reason I have any of these things is because I have some that came with Blu-ray box sets that they were just included with.
Nice.
Come to think of it, they're all Batman themed.
Yeah.
I was tempted by one once. It was a Disney theme park exclusive Haunted Mansion. But that sold out within 5 minutes, and the scalpers took them straight to eBay, so, you know, fuck that.
Dreaming of a white Christmas.
Gee, Jonas, why is that in your head?
I don't know. Probably because of the fucking ice cream truck.
It has nothing to do with the joke I told earlier.
Oh, did you? God, maybe you. Yeah, maybe you implanted Christmas in my mind.
Right, I did it.
I knew it.
Anyway, I do want to say, by the way, if anyone in the chat enjoys Funko Pops, do not let me rain on your parade. Like,
Yeah, this is
like,
kind of
it's-
how. Good.
it's just one of those things where it's like, you do you, I don't care.
Right. Like, there's a bunch of stuff that I will just really mock, but that doesn't mean that I look down on you openly.
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 In that case, I'm going to announce my Rocket Raccoon and Mega Man X Funko Pop. Okay.
I think there already is. There's definitely a Rocket. I know there's a Rocket Raccoon Funko Pop.
I actually can take a picture right now and show it to you.
I don't know if there's a Mega Man Funko Pop. I guess there probably would be. Okay, there's the original. Let me see if there's an X.
I mean, Mega
Right
Man
back.
would be very easy to Funko
I think if
Pop,
you
guys.
shoot them with an arrow, it'll turn it off.
They
Funko
do have
Pop?
an X.
Yes, if you shoot a Funko Pop with an arrow, it'll turn it off. No, there we go. Turret is trying to fight.
Why is there a package that's got Rocket Funko Pop and Mega Man X Funko Pop in the same packaging? That's weird.
I don't know, man. Have you ever seen Rocket Raccoon and Mega Man in the same room at the same time?
That's fair.
Yes,
God,
I have. It's called Fortnite.
Nope. I still haven't seen Guardians 3.
I haven't either.
I'm still weirdly demotivated. I guess I've got like Marvel saturation.
Can't imagine why.
I haven't even watched the new Spider-Man. You know, I love the first one. I'm just like,
Oh, you're talking about the new Spider-Verse one.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to see that too. God, maybe I've just got superhero saturation.
Now, you know what it is for me, the reason why I haven't seen it yet, is that I've finally reached a point where I kind of prefer my home media setup to the theater setup.
It depends
Like-
for me.
The main issue I have is that the moment I realized this was when I watched Puss in Boots at home after I'd seen it in the theater. And I realized how freaking dim and low res the projectors at that theater actually are when I was able to see all the textures of the movie so much more clearly on my
Right.
my screen, and I was just like, God, I missed so much detail.
if I'm watching something cerebral, like, Inception or something, I'll want to watch it alone. If I'm watching something that's where you can shut your brain off a little bit and just enjoy it, like a summer movie, then yeah, I might consider doing the theater thing. Although I try not to go when there's like when it's like after school hours. There's like a shitload of kids in there.
No, what you do, I can tell you the exact best times to see a movie, okay?
Yeah.
I had this down to a science, all right?
Okay.
The best time, if you want to see a crowd, is Monday through Friday before 5 o'clock, if you want to avoid the crowd. The second best times are Monday nights, and you will want to check to see if your local theater does a discount day, because if you want to have the lowest crowds, you actually want to avoid the discount day. For instance, ours does it on Tuesdays. So Tuesdays are actually crowded for weeknights, whereas Wednesdays are freaking dead. So
Yeah, I remember doing the. I had a friend's parent who would take us pretty often to go see the Tuesday matinee movies because the tickets there were 25 cents.
oh lord. And then
Really not capturing anything
if
on
you-
this side? Okay.
if you absolutely have to see the movie on its opening weekend, but you still want to avoid a crowd, it's Sunday night. As late as you can manage. There, that's the strategy.
Nice.
Oh, also Sundays are good if they're also good if it's a Sunday where something major is going on, like the Super Bowl or the Oscars.
Right.
Because then it will also be very dead.
Also Discord.
Oh yeah, I saw.
I was about to say, how do you know this? Have you just gone to movies so many times? And I'm like, oh, right, you were
And
behind the
the-
counter.
Yeah, this is insider information, y'all. This is in baseball. They put me inside a baseball and thwacked me.
This is coming from directly inside the dugouts, Bill.
Yeah, the call was coming from inside the house, okay?
Roscoe says they saw Puss in Boots on Oscar night. Yeah.
Yeah, see, Oscar night is a good time to go. They really are not on Oscar nights. And Super Bowl even more so. I don't even know why anybody would release a movie on Super Bowl weekend.
I don't know why anybody would do anything.
I don't know why any your face.
I mean, I assume you do it on Super Bowl weekend because non-English markets,
Perhaps also
or
sometimes
even
they just
non-American
throw,
markets.
Also sometimes they have, things that they throw away because they don't expect them to be successful. Sometimes they even deliberately sabotage, like if it was something that was if there's been a regime change at the studio and this was the old exec's pet project, and the new one will sometimes sabotage it on purpose.
The Disney movie that came out, or Pixar movie that came out, and like there's just no advertising for it whatsoever.
You mean Lightyear?
No, the one he's talking about is Strange World.
Yeah,
Oh,
it sounds like it's an
yeah.
adventure movie or something.
You know,
Yeah,
I kind of
yeah.
sort of wanted to see that one, but it was so,
That's the one that got a teacher in Florida in trouble because, well, let's not get into that.
that one had like Jake Gyllenhaal in it, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Elemental. No, Elemental definitely had a good amount of advertising to it.
So did
Just nobody
Lightyear.
gave a shit.
I have zero.
Yeah, the
use of
problem is
Elemental.
that Elemental is just painfully generic from everything I've heard.
You know
Looks
that
like
they,
no.
you know that they don't have faith in a movie or a TV show when you suddenly notice a crop of aggressive advertising tweets like, see this movie, it's out right now, see it on the big screen, get the big screen experience, please see this movie for God's sake. We
My
worked so
children are starving.
Yeah,
Like-
the advertising department is not bankrupting us.
like when Rings of Power was first being released, it was like continue the Lord of the Rings experience. It's just like the movies that you saw in the 2000s, except better. That's how they talk. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
It's
But
just like
yeah.
Deadpool.
Just like that. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. It's just like Deadpool
I can
in a
imagine
way. It's just like my life in a way.
Nah, not in a way. It's literally
I
Deadpool.
really
That's how they
wouldn't
get
go
you.
for this, except I'm pretty sure that there's a piece of clothing in that chest. Otherwise
There
I
is not.
wouldn't- There isn't? What is it?
It is a Sage's Will.
Well, then I still need to get it.
You'll note that this is the only time Rick will ever go out of his way this far for a piece of clothing.
I should have probably just waited until this point of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, come on. Give us the angle. Give it to us.
There.
all right.
Dibby-dibby-dibby-dibby-dee.
Yeah, I mean, I read an article that said Pixar is going through its awkward adolescence, and I thought to myself, yeah, kind of, a little bit. They need some. I mean, right now it feels like they've got some hits and some misses. Like their hot winning streak is over.
That would imply there's some kind of transformation gonna happen, but like to what?
You know, I legitimately think there is, and we won't know until.
Like, are they
until-
gonna start making more adult-oriented films? Are they gonna start making R-rated animated films?
No, it's Pixar. I think what's going to
You know,
happen
I need
is
to. If that's the case, I need to talk to them about this this hot internet property I know about. It involves this Fennec character. You see,
I said
Oh my
R-rated,
God.
not AO-rated.
AO.
it could be. Well,
Ayo.
AO is the software rating.
So,
Like,
yeah, or yeah,
no
X-rated. Sorry.
Well, X has been retired. You'd be talking about NC-17.
Okay, whatever the rating is, whatever's above R.
Miller's like, I don't watch those filthy things.
Look,
XSF.
I only know about AO because I only know video games. Okay, I know AO is like the rating for porn games or games that are gratuitously sadistic.
Ow.
No, but like, I mean, I could tame it down to an R, probably. It'd be a hard R, but it'd still be an R.
Wow, a Flux Construct 2. I've never seen one of these. It looks
Nice.
exactly the same as all
wow.
the others.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, I think what's going to happen. I think the direction we're seeing a little bit with like Turning Red, and Bad Guys might be an indicator of where things are going. Because
I'd be
truthfully,
okay with that.
yeah, exactly. It feels a little more lively and real than some of the other Pixar offerings. Like
Well, I mean, the
know.
Bad Guys wasn't Pixar, but still.
Well, I know that, but Turning Red feels more. I should say, it feels more lively than some of the other recent Pixar
Yeah,
offerings.
there's definitely a lot more like this is for adolescents and like older teenagers.
Yeah, and it
And
didn't.
less like this is a child's movie.
There's a quality to Pixar storytelling that's, what's the word I'm looking for? It's good.
High energy?
Well, yeah, no, it's good, but it can kind of verge on saccharine a little bit at times. And
Pixar
I
is
think-
definitely not above manipulating your emotions.
yeah, and I think overall, there's nothing wrong with that. But I also think it's something that has to be exercised in moderation, and it's okay to have a little bit of a reverence to balance that out. And again, I think like Turning Red had a little bit of that.
Ooh,
It was,
Rick,
But
you should combine your long blade with one of the elemental gems,
why?
because then the attack on it, the like throw attack on it gets that elemental type. Have you tried to throw one of these blades before?
No.
Or I think it's if you just drew a normal attack with it. Well, wield it and do a normal attack. It shoots a beam. You should put an elemental thing on it. I found this out like yesterday. If you put an elemental thing on it, then that ranged attack will also gain the elemental type.
Oh my god, y'all. Hang on, I gotta link something.
I mean, that's just the same as it being, you know, a wand.
I guess. Ah, that's really good, Jonas. See, here's the thing I really like about that. Also, maybe Rick, don't click on it because it has some minor spoilers.
Right. Yeah, sorry.
Does it?
I think it's based on Rano's design. I think. I'm not 100%. Yeah. It looks like Rano's design.
Yeah, Kyrian, I gotta say, I do miss the classic Disney villain. I think pretty much every Disney villain from, I'm wanting to say Frozen onward, has been like one of those plot twist reveal villains. And it feels like it's been a long time since
Oh, you just want them to be villainous from the start. You don't care about, like... See, because I'm thinking about they always have to have, like, the redeemable villain. It's like, well, the villain's doing this for a reason. It is cruel, but, like, they have their reasons.
See, that's what was so good about Puss in Boots, is that you had basically all three types of animated villains present in one movie. You had the completely irredeemable asshole, the classic, like, I'm just evil because I'm evil type in Jack Horner. You had the, well, they're not really villains per se, they're just like, they have their own thing going on, they're redeemable in Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Right.
And you had this character is super sinister and super scary, and is kind of more like a force of nature than anything else in The Wolf.
I think a good villain holds up a mirror to the hero. So really, I think in a sense what you're talking about is, you're talking about a shared dynamic. I mean, it's not, these villains are also good because they have that yin yang thing, that
It's fun to figure them out.
dichotomy. Yeah.
Well, I mean, also the classic Disney villains, the ones that people remember the most, also have a lot of, like, style and flair and queer coding. It's they're fun. They're fun to look at, fun to listen to, fun to
eat, fun for the whole family. Delicious, nutritious.
Tastes just like cotton candy.
Eat your favorite Disney villain right now.
Before they eat you. In this world, it's vor or be vored.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
In this world, it's Copper and her hound. Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I think the movie with the secret villain reveal thing, the one where that worked the best was Zootopia because it was structured as a mystery plot to begin with.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a counterpoint for that one. Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay.
Yeah. That's valid. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Wreck-It Ralph's a good movie in general.
Yeah. I think. Go ahead. Sorry, Judy.
The twist in that one was actually, they built that one up pretty well because you find at first they were just making a game reference, then you find out that the villain actually does exist and is long dead, but you find out, oh, he's not dead.
He had an extra guy.
I think he had a one up. No, No, I think they do their best storytelling when the execs take their hands off the wheel of it and just trust the directors and the talent and the the writers to just let it happen. You know what I
No.
mean?
That's how
can't
you
do
get
that.
stuff like Turning Red, which was an incredibly personal story.
Right, right. And yes, sometimes you don't want to let a director have that much power, but
Lucas.
yeah, but I mean,
Look, the only way to be assured of success is to just let Stoker do everything he wants to forever.
yeah.
That's why I'm pitching my 17-hour adaptation of Dracula, book accurate, where the audience is strapped into their seats, so they have to watch the whole thing, and the
The audience
locked
is all
from the
get bit-
outside.
The audiences all get bitten by vampires to make sure it's an authentic experience. They get drained of all their blood, and they become thralls for all eternity. It's fine. They'll
Yeah,
they'll
green
appreciate the
lighting.
method. Yeah.
Hey Jonas, have you ever seen Shadow of the Vampire?
No.
It's a movie it's a movie about the making of Nosferatu. But the fantasy conceit of the movie is that Max Schreck, who was the man who played Nosferatu, or Orlok in Nosferatu, is an actual vampire. And he's played by Willem Dafoe.
Of
And
course,
it's a
Willem
fun
Dafoe
movie.
would do that.
Of course he would. Of course he would.
You just want to see him in like a light, fluffy rom com. You're my girlfriend. We're going out on a date. Sorry, go on.
I mean, that was it. That was the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you know he played Jesus in the 70s, right?
I've never seen it, but yeah, I was aware of that.
I like the context of that conversation just now.
I'm gonna die for all your sins, Spider-Man. Okay. All right.
I mean, I can't take you anywhere.
Roscoe, I'm something of a vampire myself. Okay.
I'm something of a fan. Oh god.
It's kind of a gig, Everybody's got a side hustle these days.
I remember there was an interview he did. Where they do those interviews with celebrities where they have them reading things they've been about them. Like reading questions that people have asked Google.
Oh yeah.
And he did one where one of the questions he answered, one of the questions he was asked was, will Willem Dafoe ever play the Joker? And his answer to that was like, well, it's not the worst idea, but probably not.
Oh yeah, actually, I saw that Twitter. He was actually making some sort of. I can't remember what he said it, but he went with the fans like on some sort of a Green Goblin versus Joker thing on Twitter once. I had a good laugh at it.
I'm not surprised.
Go here.
I've seen like
He actually strikes me in real life from a bit of a merry prankster.
Am I still connected? Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. We're just all got quiet for a second.
Yeah, I stopped blathering for a few seconds. I can understand why I think that meant that you were offline.
Oh, awesome! I'm looking at the thing that Jonas linked, and I'm very happy with it because there was one issue I had seen before. It was with the facial animations, but this one has them, and like, awesome! Glad to see that we fixed that issue.
Yeah.
Okay, but like this, not to discuss anything Twitch unfriendly, but this doesn't work with the Switch itself, right? Like,
Correct.
okay.
Yeah.
You'd have to
Well,
be doing
you can-
another method.
Well,
You
I
can
mean-
crack your Switch. You can like jailbreak it or whatever.
Yep.
Mm.
And then do stuff like this. But this is probably for the PC version that
Right.
people
Have
discovered,
acquired
stole,
through completely
acquired,
legal
whatever.
means.
I don't think it was that. I don't think it was any way you could acquire a PC version legally of the game.
I was specifically saying that because this is Twitch, Miller.
But we haven't acquired it. We know, just because we know that other people have broken the law doesn't implicate us in any way.
No, that makes us accessories.
Miller, you wouldn't download a car, would you? Even if it was a car that was really awesome.
I would actually download a car. That's what Carvana is.
Carvana.
That's the car gumball machines.
There it is.
I don't want to drive a car made of gum.
That's not what I meant, but okay. That would sound cool. That would be kind of cool.
Kinda cool, he says.
I'm picturing like car loot boxes.
You go to the repair shop, you pay them $200. They give you a pink muffler and like an anime wrap for your car of some anime you've never heard of.
You know, I hate how plausible that is.
I'm picturing like, you know, those reflective heat visors you can put in the windshield to make your car less agonizing to get back into. I'm picturing one with gigantic anime waifu eyes.
Oh no! It's that one. It's the one with all the
No.
Hekao faces.
No, it's gotta look
God.
like it's gotta look like the Lightning McQueen eyes.
I think you
Oh,
can
man.
get that.
One time I was at Disney's California Adventure, and they have a Cars ride there, which is surprisingly good considering it's a Cars ride. But the animatronics in the ride have screens to do their eye animations, and one of them just had blue screen eyes. Right towards the end, he just had full-on blue screen instead of his eye. It was great. It's almost as good as those people who got to ride the Little Mermaid ride when Ursula's head fell off. You can find that on YouTube. That's our history being preserved.
What was the one of the Spider-Man robot that flipped incorrectly and fell out of the sky or like slammed into a wall or something?
I haven't seen that one. That's at their like Avengers campus, right?
Something like that.
I'm trying to find like nightmarish photoshops where they take like Lightning McQueen's eyes, which are in his windshield, and like the Chevron Techron cars where the eyes are in the in the headlights, and just put that together. And I'm disappointed
I've
that I
seen
can't.
those. I've seen those. They exist. They're out there. Oh, good times.
I hate it.
Ow.
Cursed cars.
Oh hell yeah!
Is there an uncursed version of Cars?
I thrive on cursed content.
That's a mood. What's the way I usually like to describe these things? Nightmare fuel makes me giggle. You've heard
Nightmare
me
fuel
when I
makes
get
my
into
engine run.
when I get into my full-on goblin giggle mode.
You
No,
mean
that's
you
when you
give a
have
little
to-
hee and a little hee.
Yes. And no, Jonas, it's not. It's different from the barbecue ribs giggling. It's different from being meat drunk.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that happened.
Oh, they were so good though.
Oh, did you guys? Was this one I missed? Like at the TFF?
No. You've just told the story before.
Oh right, okay.
Oh, this is when we went to the barbecue place. All of us in the root crew.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. No, to get Stoker truly meat drunk, you have to give him a lot, like a whole plate of ribs or something.
He got pretty close to that.
Ribs.
God. Texan
No,
food.
next time we'll have to order the thing that I've not ordered it before, but it's just called the trough.
The trough. Why is Texan food so good? God damn it.
Because everything's bigger in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Especially our appetites.
And the airports.
Yeah, DFW is pretty big.
Yeah. It's got like 3 zip codes, right?
Well, it's 6 terminals, and each of those is like 30 gates. There's at least 3 bridges where the planes go over the roadway.
Yeah.
There's like 2 highways that go straight through the center of the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not small.
There's a Hyatt in the middle of the airport.
There's an airport in the middle of the airport.
Yeah.
Be like,
There's
I
not
need
an
to get to my
airport in the
airport.
middle of the airport. There's another airport like 5 miles north of DFW.
La la la, airport in the middle of the airport. La la la.
Arcus says Texas food is so good because you can feel it killing you in real time.
Yeah. Doug, you have to fly out of DFW, don't you, whenever you're going anywhere?
I usually prefer it because it's so much cheaper than flying it. Like, it's the closest major airport, like the closest non-rinky-dink airport to me. It is closer, in fact, than the airport in New Orleans, so...
Oh, I didn't realize you were that far west.
Yeah, no, listen, man, I could practically walk to the state line.
Nice.
Same.
Magnum Default cheers with 10 bits and says, hello, big fan of your art.
Hello.
Rick's like, I'm a big fan of your bits.
Hmm.
Are we gonna put a veto on that one? Please say yes, even I think it's cursed.
That it. All right, let it be stricken from the record. Mailer said nothing. Oh, it's midnight.
You know, this here court record, I do decree that that last statement is stricken from the record for the sanity and safety of all persons who would look back at that record.
All Parsons. We got
All
some preachers in here.
Parsons.
You mean like Parson Brown?
No, I was trying to like do like a Texan accent
Yeah.
with a thick drawl on it. All persons.
I would like the court to recognize that I am a stereotypical Southern
Exactly.
lawyer. Note that I have a 3-piece suit that is spotless.
I may
Three-piece suit,
be
a bolo
simple.
tie, and my hat can hold 36 gallons.
God.
Doug Dimmadome, owner of the
Oh,
Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Timmy Turner, you're sus.
You sussy baka.
Nice.
You found my long lost sus.
I have placed in my suggestion for tonight's raid.
Miller confirmed to be Butch Hartman. No, I don't want to be Butch Hartman.
You really don't. Even Butch Hartman doesn't want to be Butch Hartman. Actually, that's probably not true, but it should be.
Unfortunately, I think he likes being himself, which is a problem for everyone else on the planet.
You know, every now and then I think about the fact that the Fairly Odd Parents and Invader Zim did at the same time, and they like shared the same booth space at some sort of animation expo. And I, according to Joan and Vasquez, it was extremely awkward for everybody. Every now and then I just think about that.
There was a dude.
No, there wasn't.
I met it. Yeah, thank you. No, I met him at Comic-Con in like, God, late 90s, early 2000s. His name was Scott Gimple, and he
It
was
probably still is.
Yeah, thank you. He was helping out at one of the small press tables for like an indie creator, and I remember just shaking his hand, thinking, "Hey, he's a really nice guy." And then years and years and years and years later, I saw his name in the credits for like The Walking Dead. He went on to work on The Walking Dead, The Simpsons. He co-wrote the shitty Ghost Rider movie with Nicolas Cage.
And that man's name was Joaquin Dead Rider Ghost Simpson.
Yes. No. Anyway, but yeah.
You know what that makes me think of? Because there's always something that makes me think of. You know Dan Povenmire, right?
Yeah, sure.
One of the co-creators of Phineas and Ferb. For those
Isn't he another one of those guys that were like 2 people removed from or whatever, or something like that?
I mean, listen, we know everybody somehow indirectly. Like, whatever. We're all 35th cousins of each other or whatever. But no, he was talking about being a teenager in the South, going to like sci-fi convention stuff. And he was an aspiring writer, of course. And he met this dude that he and his buddies hung out with at a convention. And the guy's like, the dude they met and were hanging out with, he was like, "I'm so excited. I just sold my first book. I'm going to be an officially published author now." And they were all like, "Oh, that's so cool, etc." And he got curious. He always wanted to know what happened to that guy because he got to write down his name.
I think I remember this.
So he had to dig and find one of his old friends, be like, "Hey, we got a picture with him and everything. Do you remember what that guy's name?" And it turns out that guy's name was George R.R. Martin.
Nice.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, so he did in fact go on to do pretty well for himself."
Yeah, you started saying that. I'm like, wait a minute, I remember this story. I've heard this one. Yeah, it was George R.R. Martin.
I mean, George R.R. Martin is, at this point, living 2 of the great nerd dreams. First, he got paid to write, and now he's paid not to write. It's the only thing that's a bigger dream.
Yeah, well, I wish I could get paid not to write. Nah.
Yeah, I've been doing it for free like a sucker.
If I wrote a furry ebook, would you all read it? Would you buy it?
Nope.
Probably.
Say yes.
Nope. Ain't gonna do it. No, Jonas.
I mean,
of
I've read
course
all of
I'd read
Rick's.
your book.
If I
Of
bribed you, would you
course.
buy it?
Of course I... Tell me more.
Another heart container. Ooh.
Yep, just a few more.
Just 6 more to go.
More.
4
And-
more. So we have 3 blessings, so 13 more shrines left.
13 more shrines? All right.
Yeah.
Wow. Are you 100%ing this?
I am all shrinesing it. I am not 100%ing this.
But
100% he would also mean like every...
Koroks!
I'm not even doing that, and I got everything else that you can, like completionist on this game.
Nobody does that. No, it's not even
But
possible.
the Koroks! Think about how many of them can't get to their friend.
The last Korok puzzle is like impossible. It's not. That'd be funny though if it was.
I mean, yes, it would be, but no.
Roscoe Modosco says, Jonas, you have a comic published in the Associated Student Bodies book.
Oh Jesus! Yeah, don't bring that up.
What is they talking about?
That was a furry comic in 1997. And I did a couple backup stories. I didn't know.
You're
I didn't know
telling
how to
me you published a story in a furry comic book when I was 1 year old?
No, All right. Well, I'm
Love
gonna
rubbing it in, don't you, Miller?
I'm gonna have to go crumble it in dust now.
Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Yeah. Jesus.
Just remember to take your ibuprofen once you get up.
If I have ibuprofen, you mean coffee.
I mean, same thing.
Anyway,
No,
that
that's
was
all
fun.
trashed.
Yep, that was fun. We're getting real close now. We just got a couple more.
Getting real close.
I can tell just from looking at the map, like over Rick's shoulder, there's a couple more in the sky. We've got most of the ones on the ground. Might just need a little bit more scrounging to make sure we got them all.
Ground scrounging, or grounging as we call it.
Yeah. Grounding.
Well, just next time for more grounding.
Yeah, it's the opposite
All right.
of depth scrounging, otherwise known as drowning.
Hmm.
Or
She'll learn
sky
to swim.
scrounging, or scrounging. That doesn't work.
We'll see you next time for scrounging, grounding, and drounging.
Yes.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good night.
Attorneys at
Good
law.
night, everyone. Go say
Good
hi
night,
to our
everyone.
raid people. Jonas put a little thing in the chat.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Boo.